Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about Whisper, which is an amazing model that has been developed by OpenAI, and speech to text can be done easily by this model. So this model makes it very easy for us to do speech to text or speech transcriptions, and this model makes it so easy for any one of us with zero knowledge in data science to do speech to text transcriptions easily. So let's go ahead and first install this model. So in Python, we can install this using pip install. So pip install Whisper. Okay, I already have it. So it says requirement already satisfied. Now, even after this, okay, let us just enter Whisper and check it out. So it will give us an output of all the commands that are possible that we can use. So we can use, there are different options that we have, like all the languages that are there and all the arguments that we can give transcribe, translate, etc. And we have multiple languages that are possible, so many languages that are possible. So this may not work on Indian languages very well, but let's look at that as well. So okay, we have all these options that are there, and obviously it requires an audio file to do the transcription. So that is what it says: error, the following arguments are not received or are required, the audio file is required. Okay, so let's check this out. In case you don't get this command and you get an error in place of this command, I'm giving you two commands in the comments section. In the first comment, do check them out and run them. It should work fine after that. Now I have saved a sample audio file with a little bit of English text in it. So I am calling Whisper on that particular audio file. So Whisper audio file name. So by default, if you don't give any specification or any other argument and you just say Whisper and the audio file, it's gonna take up, it's gonna detect the language first. The first step would be to detect the language and then to transcribe it in that particular language. So let us see what language it detects. I've spoken in English in this particular audio file. So it should first say language as English. As it says language. Okay, it says that it's predicting or detecting the language from the first 30 seconds of the audio file. Detected language is English, so it's giving us the English language. Okay, now let's move on. I mean, obviously it has to give the transcription first, so let's just wait for the transcription. Yeah, as you can see, hi, this is Jishnu, how are you doing today? That's what I had said in the audio file, and we can see the transcription. So also the duration in which this particular sentence or these particular words were said is also shown in the output. Now, if you all, for example, you already know the language. Now, the detection of the language itself took some time. After that, the transcription process took a little more time, right? But if, for example, you already know that your language, which language the audio file is in, you do not have to wait for the language to get detected. You don't have to waste time for that. We can give the language as an argument itself. And now let us see how that works. So I have recorded a file and I've stored my audio in Hindi, so which is an Indian language. So let us see how our model works on Hindi. So because my audio, I know that my audio is in Hindi, I'm gonna give the language name as well. So sample hindi.wave is my audio file's name. Hyphen hyphen language is one of the parameters that I'm giving, and I'm gonna say Hindi. So I've said that मेरा नाम जिष्णु है और मैं बहुत अच्छा इंसान हूँ, and some more things in my audio file. So let's see. Okay, so it says that the language is not detected. That is because we have given Hindi H small, but H is capital, as you can see in the list of languages. So if you do that, it should work. So I've given capital H now, so it should work right now. Okay, let's see what it says. This should be much faster because it does not need to wait for the language detection. We don't need to waste time in language detection. Yeah, so this is much faster. As you can see the output, it says मेरा नाम जिष्णु है और मैं बहुत अच्छा इंसान हूँ। कृपया आप मेरा चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें. So that's what I said in my audio file. That means I am Jishnu. My name is Jishnu. I'm a very good person and please subscribe to my channel. So now many of you might not know Hindi, right? So let's see how we can get this same audio file. How can we get its English translation? So now when you see Whisper, file name, language, the next thing that we're going to give is hyphen task, which is translate. Now, if we don't mention any language to translate into, by default, it's going to take up English. Now, if you also mention the language into which it has to translate, it's going to translate it into that language. Now, first, this is going to transcribe, and then the transcription is then translated into the English language. Let's see how that goes. So if we don't know the language, we can also use the translate option here. It will directly give you the translation. Let's look at that. Yeah. My name is Jishnu and I am a very good person. Please subscribe to my channel. So that's how it is. It's an exact translation, directly translated into English and gave us the output. Now that's amazing, right? That's pretty cool. So now let us code this in Python. So basically you may have so many audio files that you may have to translate if you're in a business or if you're doing it for a particular use case. So we can't just go file by file and run the command on the terminal, right? So we will need some way to do that. So let's do that in Python now. Let's write a code for this in Python. Let's open up a VS Code terminal. A VS Code editor. And let's first import Whisper as a library, right? Now, once Whisper is imported, let us now store or take the name of a model, whisper.load model. So load model is a function in the Whisper library, and we are loading the base model, right? Now let us now make a variable for the result. So result is equal to model dot transcribe. So because we are doing the transcription, transcribe, and I've made it larger so that you can see better, and we give in the file name, right? Name of the audio file. So just give the name of your audio file, right? So once you have given the name of the audio file, the result will hold the transcription. Along with the transcription, it's also going to hold a few more details. Let's look at all of them. So let's print the entire result. Okay. Now I'm going to save it on my desktop with the file name. So I'm going to save it with a file name with a .py extension. Okay. So let me just do that. I'm going to save it on my desktop. And I'm going to save it with a file name. I'm going to give the file name as whis-py. Obviously with the .py extension, it is saved. Now let's go back to our terminal and run our code. So Python whis-py.py, which is the file name. So I'm just going to run it. And I think this when we're running it from Python, right, it needs some more things that it's downloading. So it will quickly download that and we can get back to, we'll get the output quickly. So it's gonna quickly transcribe and give us the output. So it has given a lot of things. It has given the text. It has given the segments, that is the ID and the starting time, the ending time, and what text is there in that in the time in between. So 0 seconds to 6 seconds, we have hi, this is Jishnu, how are you doing? If you have a longer duration, if you have an audio file of a longer duration, it's gonna print out each of those segments and what text is there in each of those segments, and the language, which EN, which is the code for English. Now if we don't want all this nonsense information and we want only the text, we can just print it out using the argument or by indexing this with the text key. So let's just do that. Result of text. What will that give us? If we save this and print it out, right? So if we save this and print it out or run the code again, it's gonna give us the final output, which is just the text that is there in the audio file. That is the pure transcription of the audio file. So that is, hi this is Jishnu, how are you doing today? That's what I said in the audio file, and that's what we can see here, which is the same as when we ran Whisper from the terminal directly. So that's pretty cool, right? You've learned how to use Whisper, which is an amazing OpenAI model, to perform transcriptions. So you can perform speech to text, or you can perform the transcriptions on any audio files that you have. That's an amazing skill that you have now, and you can explore more functions that are there in Whisper. And if you want me to make any videos, please do let me know. I'll be glad to do that. Thank you all for watching. Do subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.